The Bat Who Couldn't Fly, version 2.
Calling in! Are you there?
In the bat cave, all gear on, nearly. The lightning struck. The rain came down. Jason, the bravest explorer in Europe, was in the bat cave. It was the bats' hunting time, so it was dangerous in there, yet Jason still wanted to explore it. Jason thought, when is it going to happen? He just had to see them, as there was nothing else he wanted to do. His crew warned him again.
You know, it's very dangerous in there now. I don't think you should do this.
The crew said it quietly, as if they were surrounded by monsters. Jason took a step closer to the bats. He was only a few meters away from the bats now. The time came. As the bats charged out of the cave, one big one went for him. He tried to, although he was even too scared, to run. The bite was like lightning. Jason switched the walkie-talkie on to signal his scream. He screamed until he couldn't scream anymore. Ah! The crew didn't have to think to know he was bitten. Here! A bat was making a noise. Why don't they reply? Jason looked at his feet and thought, why? What had happened to his feet? Now he had claws. He looked at his arms. He had none, just wings. He was a bat. He was standing on a stone next to his walkie-talkie. Gingerly, Jason looked at the walkie-talkie to see if he was any smaller, and there it was. Jason was shrunken, like a withered branch. This stone was easy to get off, maybe even for a bat, thought Jason. He charged off the stone without trying to learn how to fly. He tried to make an impression of a bat, but that still didn't help him. Death. Death. Death was all around him, but beyond. Now a bat again was chasing him, it seemed. The drop would just never end. Jason thought he was useless. He stopped trying. He was falling faster. He wanted to die before he was killed. The bat grabbed his arms. Jason thought this was death, yet this was more of a saviour. Hunting time came again. As he couldn't fly, he stayed on the stone with no one else. Seconds turned into minutes, and minutes turned into hours. Food finally came. Blood and meat filled the bat's mouth. Jason was put off by the look of the food. Only his hunger allowed him to eat. 7 bites of the meat, and he felt stronger, bigger, better. He was on the floor, lying down. He stood up and looked at his feet again. He was Jason again. This was when he spoke through the walkie-talkie, and this came out of his mouth. I'm alive, Jason calling out.